Imagine floating in the freezing vacuum of space. No oxygen, no gravity, no protection from radiation. For us, it's instant doom. But for some of Earth's tiniest and toughest creatures, it's just another Tuesday. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear. It's smaller than a grain of salt, but don't let its size fool you. This 8-legged micro-animal is one of the most indestructible life forms we know. Scientists have boiled it, frozen it, starved it for decades, blasted it with radiation, and even launched it into space. It always comes back, alive. In 2007, European researchers launched tardigrades into low Earth orbit on the Photon M3 mission. These tiny creatures were exposed directly to the vacuum of space for over a week. When they returned, not only were many still alive, but some had even reproduced after landing. Imagine that, life, surviving and thriving, without air, water, or shelter. Tardigrades enter a state called cryptobiosis, where their metabolism drops to nearly zero. They curl up, dry out, and essentially pause time inside their bodies. In this ton state, they can resist temperatures from just above absolute zero to over 300 degrees Fahrenheit. They've even been found alive in Himalayan ice and scorching desert sands. But tardigrades aren't the only cosmic survivors. Deinococcus radiodurans, nicknamed Conan the Bacterium, is another space-worthy marvel. This reddish microbe can withstand radiation levels 3,000 times the lethal dose for humans. It can reassemble its shattered DNA like it's solving a jigsaw puzzle. In lab tests, it survived conditions that mimic those on Mars. NASA scientists are now studying this microbe to understand how life might survive long-term space travel or even exist on other planets. Fungal spores, like those from Aspergillus and Penicillium, have also survived exposure on the International Space Station. Some even grew stronger. They adapted to cosmic radiation, hinting that certain fungi could survive interplanetary journeys, possibly hitching rides on spacecraft, a real concern in planetary protection. And here's a wild twist. In 2021, tardigrades were deliberately crashed into the moon aboard an Israeli lunar lander. The craft didn't survive, but scientists believe the tardigrades might have. While they're likely inactive and scattered across the lunar surface, if ever recovered and rehydrated, they might simply wake up. So what does all this mean? It challenges everything we thought we knew about the limits of life. If tiny Earth creatures can survive space, then maybe, life elsewhere isn't such a long shot. And here's your bonus twist. Researchers are now exploring how tardigrade proteins could protect human cells from damage. Imagine a future where astronauts use tardigrade-based tech to endure deep space travel. It sounds like science fiction, but it's rapidly becoming science fact. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember, Earth life has already begun its quiet conquest of space. Not with rockets or rovers, but with the tiniest, toughest travelers of all.